Namaste everyone, welcome to another episode of the Avocado Insider series. It's your host Harshit Gotha. In this episode, we continue our discussion with Giovanni Cavaletto of the Californian avocado industry, and we discuss details about the shelf life of Hass avocado, mainly in cold chain. Another question. So, after a fruit has been plucked from the harvested from the farm, what's the shelf life if it's in a cold chain facility, like even during transport or it's in cold storages? What's the shelf life?
You know, that's going to really depend on the growing region and the time of year, right? So if you have again, we have in California or in the U.S. market, we have what we call new crop and old crop. So let's talk in terms of the California calendar. Your flowering is going to be in April, May. You're setting the fruit in April and May. More towards the latter part of that as the spring weather really improves. Yeah. So say that the fruit sets in May. The earliest you can harvest Hass would be at the end of December. So that gives you June. So that gives you basically 6.5 or 7 months from setting the fruit to the fruit being legally mature at the minimum standards, that 20.8% that I referred to earlier. Now that fruit at ambient temperature on your kitchen shelf, that might take 2 to 3 weeks to ripen. If you store it at 4 to 5 degrees centigrade in a commercial cooler, you can store it for longer than that. You can, the fruit coming up from Chile is on the boat for 25 days. So, add to that another 5 days from harvest, packing, getting it to the port, 25 days. So the fruit is 30 days from harvest, most likely by the time it hits the U.S. market. Then we tried to move it within 7 days after that. So 37 days max. That's with new crop, and that's really not ideal for avocados. They don't like being on a boat at 5 degrees centigrade for that long. Then you go through the season, so you can pick it as quickly as 6.5 months from set.
Yeah.
In the cool areas, you can hold that fruit for another 12 months. So you can have 18 or 19-month-old Hass avocados. That's one of the beauties of Hass is you can store them on the tree for over a year, over a year in the cool areas. But that fruit the shelf life is very much negatively affected. So in Mexico, at the end of their cycle in May and June, when we're picking old crop from the high altitude orchards in Tancitro, for example, that fruit, we've got the clock is ticking as soon as it's harvested. You have to get the cold out of the fruit within 12 hours of harvest, get it to the border within 36 hours of harvest, and ideally get it out of the border warehouse to the customer within 36 or 72 hours from crossing the border. The late crop fruit or late season fruit has a much shorter shelf life than the early season new crop fruit.
Okay, got it. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching.